Hello. Where's the camera, baby? Is it over here?
Yeah, it's up there.
Okay. Hello, my name is Santana. This is my wife, Ariel. I'm doing this video to inform you of the events that took place Friday 13th on Brussels Airlines. Flight from Accra, Ghana to Warsaw, Poland with a layover in Brussels. So this is Brussels Airlines that we're talking about. Please be very specific. There was an incident on the plane where my mother was being elbowed by some passengers on both sides of her. She informed a flight attendant that, am I looking cross-eyed?
No. Yeah.
Okay. She informed the flight attendant that she was, no, that's be very natural.
All right, no, I'm with you. I don't care. I don't care about shit.
Okay. Been tricky. So forgive us. She informed the flight attendant, asked her for help and said, can you please help me? These people are elbowing me and they're reaching over top of me. They're being very rude. Could you help me? This particular flight attendant, male, white male, tells her, I'm not going to be your person. I'm not going to police this for you.
I'm not the police for you.
And walks away from her, thinking she was by herself. So I say, hey, she's asking you for help because she's put in an uncomfortable situation. And he just walked away. So then I tell my mother, hey, sit back here in my seat and I'll sit up here and let one of them elbow me and things are going to get real tricky if you elbow me, sir. So before I can sit down, this gentleman starts speaking to me, black gentleman. In French, the person who was elbowing my mother, and I didn't understand what he was saying, so I asked, so I basically told him, listen man, I don't know what you're saying, but you better understand English in about 5 seconds, if you don't, I am going to fuck you up. At which time, a flight attendant comes over and says, calm down. So I calm down, and I'm like, listen, I tried to explain, this is a different flight attendant. And I said, I was trying to explain to the other flight attendant that my mother was being assaulted by the people she was sitting next to. At this time, the flight attendant who I was talking about, who walked away from my mother, from the other side of the plane, I was on one side, on this side of the plane.
Right, he reached over.
He was on the other side and punched me in the fucking face. What the fuck? You punched me in my face. So then, my wife, as brilliant as she is, knew to pick up her phone because she knew what I was going to do to this man. Yes, I was going to fuck him up. So I'm trying to jump over top of the seats to get to the other side to get to this man. So I'm still trying to get to him. So the video you're going to see of me is going to look very angry because it was very angry. My mother needed some help. And you walked away from her, but you cowardly, you punched me in the face. Man, we gotta talk about that. So, in the midst of me trying to get to him, his supervisor comes. The woman who jumps in my face, is in my face. So, she's trying to talk to me, and I'm trying to talk to her and explain to her, listen, this man just hit me in the face. And she kept telling me, what happened to you was not a big deal. You're taking this too far. And I said, no, you need to talk to him. So I'm trying to be reasonable because she seemed reasonable. And I'm like, why aren't you talking to your employee? He just struck a passenger. And she's telling me, calm down. She wants to tell us
that it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. And we need to just let it all go.
We've taken too far. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. And you see me getting agitated. But when the experts listen to the whole thing, you're going to also see me tell her, listen, lady, you have me at a disadvantage because you are a female. Then you're going to see her push me twice before she slaps me. So then she slaps me and I slap her back. Judge it how you want to judge it. But no one finds anything wrong with slapping me. I'm a grown-ass man.
No one found anything wrong with the way the flight attendant handled my mother, who he assumed was alone. This is a 71-year-old black American woman. So if she was alone, think about what would have happened to her if she had nobody there to speak for her, because no one did, but everyone heard what happened. Everyone saw that stewardess caused all of this, telling her that he's not going to police for her when she's asking to just be moved to another seat. How is she supposed to know where to go?
Right. So all this is going on. So you see the woman slapped me. The woman who slapped me, along with the other flight attendants, along with the captain, along with the Brussels police, along with the Brussels customs, created and got witness accounts from multiple witnesses.
They walked around me. They walked around me, and I even went to the lead stewardess on the flight and said, when are they going to question me? They went and got to pick and choose every single person that they wanted to be a part of their story.
And they said that I slapped her. Never, no mention of her slapping me. So during the middle of the flight, I'm sitting in the back, minding my business. Okay, actually, I'm sleeping. So let me go back. When I slap her, you see a bunch of guys jump on me. So I'm getting, so basically I'm fighting about 4 or 5 guys. I end up on the ground.
And wait a minute, I'm jumping on top of the crowd to go help my husband. The cowardly stewardess that told my mother he wasn't going to police anybody is the one who yoked me up and made me twist my ankle. I have a bruise, a huge bruise on my ankle.
We're going to post it, so we'll see you later. So calm down, baby, calm down. So I'm at the bottom of a bunch of people getting kicked and punched and choked. And these are passengers now. And I managed to get out, and I go to the back. At this time, I realized I got a couple broken ribs. So I decide, well, I got 4 more hours of this trip. Let me go back there and take a nap because broken ribs hurt. I get waken up. I'm sorry. I was woken up. Am I saying that right?
She woke you up.
All right. Had a couple glasses of wine before this video. All apologies. The flight attendant who slapped me wakes me up and tells me, "Do you know what you did to me?" And I said, "Yeah, I know I slapped you." And she said, "Well, do you realize no one has ever slapped me the entire time I've ever worked here?" And I'm like, "Wow, well, ma'am, have you ever slapped somebody? Like, is this something normal? You just go around slapping people?" And I'm gonna say, "Well, listen, I apologize for slapping you. My anger wasn't directed towards you. I was towards your subordinate. And when you didn't address it, my injury got redirected towards you when you slapped me. So I do apologize for that. But you slapped me, woman. And I'm doing I'm dealing with something else." And she tells me, "No, son, I was just grabbing your face to tell you to calm down." And I said, "Okay, all right, well, if that's how you want to see it and characterize it," I said, "Well, let me tell you something. I've got at least 2 broken ribs. I need some medical attention." And she says, "You don't have broken ribs because I used to be a nurse." How would I know that? I used to be a nurse. And if you have broken ribs, you have a hard time breathing and be in a lot of pain. I said, "Well, kind of what's going on. Can't breathe, I'm in a lot of pain. I need some medical attention." No.
We were not humans.
Oh, yes.
You are not a human being. If you are a black person on that plane with Brussels Airlines, you are not a person. You are not a human being.
She's right. So my ribs are broken. So next morning comes around. I wake up. We land. So naturally, I know I'm getting arrested. Now, keep in mind that I've got the video of this altercation. The woman, when she woke me up in the middle of the night, told me that if I erase the video, that I don't have to get arrested. I don't have to get arrested because she doesn't have to report this. And I told her, "Well, I have to send this to me. Everybody needs to see this." So when we land, the police come and I just let them know, "Arrest me, go ahead, take me in, no problem." So we're walking out and I tell the officer,
Understand that he remained on this flight for 4.5 hours longer and nothing took place. But they still came and did what they did. So go on.
So I tell a police officer, "Hey man, I've got at least 2 to 3 broken ribs, brother. I mean, officer. I need some medical attention. And he told me, okay, we'll give you some medical attention. I said, great. So then we're waiting to get taken down the metal stairs. The metal stairs that connect to the plane, we were waiting to descend them. And I told him, hey, listen, man, I'm having a very hard time breathing and walking. I need medical attention. At which time, another officer came, grabbed me from under my arm, and you're going to deal with that when I see you, officer, under my arm, and dragged me down the metal steps and broke an additional rib.
His shoes came off. They were dragging him down the stairs and his shoes came off. And I asked the female officer that was walking behind them with me, and I said, make this stop. He's screaming, his ribs are broken. And she said, oh, he's exaggerating things. So I looked at her and I said, how dare you tell me what my husband is feeling? How dare you tell me that? And she looks at me and says, well, I don't care what you think. Then they would not even help me. I have 2 children. I have 2 boys with me. One is autistic, by the way. I'm trying to get into the paddy wagon with these people. I have 2 big duffel bags of luggage by also, and my other handbags, because my husband can't grab anything because he's in handcuffs. So I have my 2 children and these big ass duffel bags. So I'm waiting and I say, officer, can you help me with the bags? He said, you need to put your baby down. I am not going to be your slave.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. Those Brussels officers, we're going to talk. But, so keep in mind that I offered the officers, hey, I have a recording. Look at this recording I have. Please look at my recording. So once you look at the police station in Brussels, you're going to see that I've told at least 5 officers on at least 2 occasions apiece, will you look at my recording? And you're going to hear one officer say, I heard you for the 25th time. And I'm like, well, what's the harm of actually seeing what happened versus something someone told you? And he said, we already know what happened.
And the something that someone told you is the something that someone told you that the flight attendants got to pick. No, they did not give my husband an opportunity to pick his own witnesses. They didn't even question me.
I was assaulted with broken ribs, and I can't tell you who did it because they made up. So
I know who did it. I saw who did it.
But the police reports, the people who put out police reports in X, Y, and Z, you're going to find out they all got together and lied. And if we didn't have a video of them attacking me and slapping me, I'll still be in jail.
You would be in a prison in Brussels for sure. They knew that this video existed, but they don't know what was on it. Yeah. They didn't know.
So keep in mind, so understand that all this was done in front of my wife, my children, and my mother. Everybody was so bent out of shape because I slapped a woman back, which is not what I do. But you ain't gonna keep putting your hands on me.
He got assaulted twice.
No.
First the first flight attendant punches him, and then he goes to address him, and she knows that the guy hit him, and then she hits him. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a black man from Baltimore, and
And that's all I could think about. When I saw my husband being drugged and him screaming because his ribs were broken, all I could think about was Freddie Gray. Because they killed that boy. My husband is brilliant. This is a black scientist you are looking at right now. No. We were leaving Africa. We were in Africa meeting with the different African governments to be able to give glasses to everybody in Africa.
But another story. All we're saying is this was done in front of my family, but no one seemed to give a fuck because, I'm a nigga. And wow. So, and the shittiest part is these people who was whipping my ass, anyone who knows me knows that that's not how things would go in any kind of fair situation. So, but I don't want to leave us on a bad note. But I want you to understand that I had the opportunity to get my ass whipped by 3 separate groups of individuals.
But let me tell you, but this is the thing though. I know you want to make this funny, right?
No,
I know
no, I
you
just
want to
don't
end
want-
on a light note. But this is the thing. We are fortunate Black people, and we are aware of it. If you did not have money and you missed your plane, your connected flight, and you had no money, the coronavirus is out here. You don't know where it's going to hit. You need to get home. You need to get home and be with your family.
Yeah.
And they would have ruined that for somebody who did not have funds to be able to still be able to get home. This could happen to anybody.
No. It can't happen to anybody. Listen, Black people, y'all, listen. I don't think y'all know how much you are hated.
No, you don't.
But Jesus Christ.
No, you don't.
Travel, and you will find out. Like at the same time, get me wrong, the whole world wants to be you and love you. But the segment that hates you to a way that is unimaginable. So we're going to leave on that note. We have not retained an attorney as of yet. We don't have an agent. We haven't got any kind of guidance to this. We don't need it because the truth is the truth, and everything we say, we can collaborate. I'm also going to share videos of me in the bathroom of the airplane showing my broken ribs after I told the attendant I had broken ribs. That no one, well, I guess you have to be a human being. I'm not a human. You have to be an animal.
You're not a person. You're not a human being.
I'm something, because apparently a human. I don't have broken ribs, and I don't deserve medical attention. Well, you know what?
And not to mention the police department in Brussels.
Wait a minute. We're gonna set a separate video for the police department, because they're gonna get dealt with. Police department and customs. Okay, I'm telling you something. A separate video on them. I told them if they let me out of here to read my back. When he read my back, I said it means what it says. So he knows what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I am just. Listen, my kids watched me get my ass whipped 3 times in a 6-hour span. And because my kids are little niggas, it don't matter. Please, somebody, help me with this shit. Because, help me with this shit. Because, our system don't give a fuck. But if y'all just pitch in, help me with this. Because, listen,
it's going to happen to you.
It's definitely going to happen to you.
It's going to happen to you. And a lot of us,
it's going to happen to you.
You're not going to have the wherewithal to be able to get out of a foreign country.
It's going to happen to you. All right, well, let's end on that note. We don't do any social media at all. But this is the first time we've ever done anything. And hopefully the last. Good evening, and all praise to the Most High.